Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to Friends Season 9, Episodes 7 and 8. Quite a few interesting episodes this season so far. I feel like things feel a little bit different, although I can't quite put my finger on why that is. I mean, maybe we were just having some big changes in the lives of the characters. Obviously, the big one with Rachel, but even with Chandler and Monica, I feel like they're kind of entering a different stage in their relationship. You know, we have Chandler kind of long distance, traveling back and forth between work. I feel like there's going to be something, I could be wrong, but I'm just thinking about it after watching the first 6 episodes of this season. I feel like they're setting up for something bigger to happen connected to Chandler's storyline of him working in a different location. I could be totally off, but that's just kind of my guess at this point. And also, I just have to point out that as far as Ross is concerned, I mean, I realize Ross has been unhinged, arguably, you could possibly say, since season 1. I think it really started, we really saw the full unhinged Ross, I feel like starting around season 5-ish, although my memory's pretty bad for when exactly a season starts and ends, so I could be off. But I definitely think the Ross that we have now has evolved, and I choose that specific word, evolve, for Ross's sake. But I get the sense that Ross is on the brink of a full-on breakdown. You know, similar to when he lost his job and then he saw Monica and Chandler together for the first time. And I feel like that was such an amazing breaking point for Ross. I feel like we're ready for another moment like that. I feel like this build up, you know, this whole 9th season so far. And I kind of can't wait to see it. Oh my gosh, I'm so evil for rooting for the downfall of Ross, but it's so funny. I can't be alone in rooting for a character's downfall like this. And to be honest, I am rooting for him to kind of turn things around after the breaking point. Something else I noticed about Ross that I could be totally wrong, so people can, you know, counter this point with other evidence in the comments down below. But I feel like Ross is really bad at handling difficult situations that involve himself and his life, his dating life, his career life, but he's extremely good at being really cool and calm and rational in high-pressure situations if he's helping somebody else, you know, especially if he's helping Rachel. I just feel like helping someone else in a crisis, the best side of Ross comes out. Ross himself in a crisis, the worst side of Ross comes out. And I think that's true for a lot of people, right? It's very easy to step up when you're assisting someone else, I feel like. I feel like that helps you become a better person. It's just a lesson you see in life and in a lot of really good movies. You know, the healing power, the power to develop a better side of yourself through helping others. That would be impossible if you were just trying to develop yourself on your own. This might be the most boring intro to Friends ever. Let me shut up right now. As always, you want to watch along the full unedited reaction that is up on Patreon. That's also where you can watch future episodes of Friends if you don't want to wait and you care to support. Let's just get right into it. Friends Season 9, Episodes 7 and 8.
No matter what Mommy says, we really were on a break.
Start the brainwashing young. Well done. Father of the Year.
Big round belly, big baby butt. I like big butts. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Send a round thing in your face, you get.
Look at this. Look at this. She gets him.
You're laughing. Oh my.
The dad jokes are working.
Daddy made you laugh, huh?
Is Chandler gonna be jealous?
Daddy and Sir Mix-a-Lot. What? You want to hear some more?
Yes, I want to hear all of it.
Buns, hon. I'm a terrible father.
Oh my gosh, wow, that's so funny. I was just talking about Ross, and then we have literally a Ross solo intro for this episode. That's amazing. And that was an incredible intro. That was kind of a unique intro for a Friends episode too, right? Kind of most of the time it's a group. Well, I guess not all the time it's them in Central Perk. Anyways, I really like that.
Hey, listen, what do you guys know about investments? Well, I'm starting to make good money on the show, and I'm thinking I should probably...
Index funds.
What do you do with your money now?
Well, it's taped to the back.
And high yield savings account.
I didn't say that. It's in a bank guarded by robots.
People are like, no one was listening.
Do you have any ideas? This guy at work got me excited about going in on an emu farm. Be kind of cool, huh? Pitching in on the weekends, helping to plant the emus.
I don't think so.
Emus are birds. You raise them for meat.
Yeah, Right.
I honestly didn't even know what emus were.
You go to a restaurant and say, excuse me, I'll have a bucket of fried bird. Or maybe just a wing or a...
Come on, Joey, come on.
The Fed just lowered the rates, and the interest on your mortgage is totally deductible.
That's true.
That's right. I know some stuff.
Real estate, huh?
But real estate, you got a lot of maintenance, a lot of unforeseen costs.
His knowledge of her ex-boyfriend is shocking. Monica.
Is Richard really gonna come back?
Hope the club doesn't slip out of my hand and beat the mustache off his face.
Chandler, you wouldn't dare. It would be interesting to see Richard this season, though.
Wow, the boyfriend's parents. That's a big step.
Really? That hadn't occurred to me.
Be yourself.
They live on the Upper East Side on Park Avenue.
She can't be herself.
Be yourself can honestly be bad advice, especially in a job interview.
You can say neither.
Oh, God, neither.
Thank you for the out, Phoebe.
With the father, you know, you want to flirt a little bit, but not in a gross way. Mr. Pincer, I can see where Wallace gets his good look.
Wallace Pincer?
Oh, he took the SATs for me.
Okay, that's a fair deal,
You
right?
didn't get a 1400. Yeah, well, duh.
Rachel's like, it took you that long
What
to
about
realize.
Mike's mom?
Oh, well, with the mother,
Also flirt a little bit, I'm sorry.
Ross's mom one time actually said, I am like the daughter that she never had.
That's brutal.
She said what?
That's brutal.
That she's like the daughter
No,
she
no,
never
Phoebe,
had.
stop. Oh, I feel Monica's pain. Can you imagine hearing that? Can you imagine? I know it's funny, but can you imagine?
Guess what? I made Emma laugh today.
And I missed it!
Oops.
Makeover to that stupid hippie?
Oh gosh, that's great. Calling Phoebe a stupid hippie. You're ruining it, Ross, I think. Although I like the reenaction.
Not creepy.
I liked it. 10 out of 10.
I rap. Baby got back.
Song about a guy who likes to have sex with women with giant asses?
Well, when you put it like that,
Promotes a healthy body image. Even big butts.
it promotes exercise through squats. Come on, come on. Somebody help Ross out here.
Please don't take her away from me.
What is that's something I never thought about. The first time you make your kid laugh. That's gotta be one of the best memories ever.
How come Richard's selling the place? Went bankrupt? Medical malpractice?
If only for Chandler.
He's buying a much bigger place. It's got a great view of Central Park.
That's enough out of you.
I think you guys would be very happy here.
We're starting a new life together, of course.
We're definitely not a couple.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What, I'm not good enough for you?
We're not gonna have this conversation again.
I mean, they're already a couple, let's be honest.
Crying about losing Monica to a real man.
I doubt that's what
You don't
Richard
think he's
does.
here, do you?
It's a nice place, but I gotta say, I don't know if I see myself living here.
Is it very Joey? I mean, you can change it up a lot, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
No different than Richard.
Tape here with Monica's name on it.
Sex tape.
No. Is it?
Wait a minute.
No.
This says Monica.
Joey, yes.
And this is Richard's apartment.
Give Joey a minute. A minute more.
Get there faster.
Okay, what would be on the tape, though? I'm curious. Good luck, Phoebe. Good luck.
Wow. You look like my mom.
Oh, dang. That's not really a compliment, is it?
Great. Come on in.
I think Phoebe looks really nice.
You're rich.
Oh, my parents are rich.
So they gotta die someday.
Hello.
Oh, come on. That deserved a bigger laugh. That was a great comment from Phoebe.
Theodore, Bitsy.
What is she doing?
What a delight.
Don't do this. Please stop, Phoebe.
Finally meet you. Your home is lovely. Your tour later. It's actually 3 floors. Holy crap.
The true Phoebe coming out a little bit.
I want them to get to know Phoebe, not Phoebe.
It's hard to stop.
I'm in character now, okay?
Hello. Come sit.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sing for us, please. The streets. Phoebe's from the streets.
Lived in a burned out Buick LeSabre for a while. Till I got hepatitis. Pimp spit in my mouth and
Oh my gosh.
freelance massage therapist. Isn't always steady money, but at least I don't pay taxes.
You don't? Well, they met the real Phoebe.
So where does everyone summer?
I mean, I kind of love this for Phoebe. This is why Phoebe being in a relationship is amazing. We get to see stuff like this.
You're doing fine. Really. Why don't you go talk to my dad?
Okay.
Is she gonna flirt like Rachel said?
Now maybe just a little less pimp spit.
That's general advice for when meeting the parents.
That physique, you must work out all the time.
Oh. I do the best I can.
Yeah, I bet. Look out!
Oh! Ow!
Too far! What are you doing?
I recently had surgery.
Oh, shoot.
I'm so sorry.
No, should check the stitches.
Sorry.
How could you know? Why wouldn't you punch me in the stomach?
Did you just hit my dad?
Long story.
I've never met a boyfriend's parents before.
But, I mean, you have met humans before. Why don't you go talk to my mom?
Yeah, okay.
This is gonna go even worse.
She looks nice. I can talk to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check my dad for signs of internal bleeding.
Oh, gosh.
Just want you to know what a wonderful man your son is. So considerate of my feelings.
Where's it gonna go wrong?
You'd also like to know that he is a very gentle lover.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. No, he's not in like a sissy way.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot.
He can rattle a headboard like a sailor on leave. That's my boy.
Oh, gosh.
Awesome.
I think she killed it. I think she killed it.
I don't need to watch it. I mean, what good could possibly come from watching?
I just want to know what's on it, right?
Well, we know I'm gonna watch it. Okay, imagine you were married. Tape of your wife in another guy's apartment. Wouldn't you need to know what was on it?
I don't know. Who am I married to?
Some girl.
She hot?
Yeah.
How did she get me to settle down?
Oh my gosh, this is such an actor response, I swear to God.
And even if it is, it can't possibly be as bad as what I'm picturing in my head.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
I don't know. In my experience, if a girl says yes to being taped, she doesn't say no to much else.
A few seconds so I can know what it is, please.
But if I enjoy this, you have only yourself to blame.
It's not... What is it gonna be?
It's okay. It's just a football game.
Why is it called Monica?
Football! It's just
No,
football!
that's
This
just the
is great. It's the
beginning.
first time I've ever enjoyed football. Maybe customary to get a beer.
Chandler's gonna sell it.
You don't want to see what I just saw.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Oh my God, is that Richard?
Wait, so it really was?
Please laugh for mommy.
It's just not the same. It's just not the same. You're no Ross. What can we say?
Only offensive novelty rap. Or maybe just, rap in general. Because mommy can rap.
Try it. Try it, please. Come on.
I'm here to say that all the babies are... Oh, I can't rap. Because I love you so much, you're not going to tell anybody.
What is she gonna do?
I like big butt. You other brothers can't deny. Bitty waist and a round thing in your face. Yes, yes,
It worked. It worked. Oh my gosh, it is the song. No way.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. Oh, you are. You really do like big butts. Oh, you missed it. She was laughing.
That's gonna be the family song. That's so cool.
What'd you do to get her to laugh?
Oh,
She's gonna lie.
a couple of things I tried different. Just sang a little itsy bitsy spider.
Saying baby got back, didn't she?
Nothing else worked. That girl is all about the ass.
Then it goes back to the chorus. Smelly cat, smelly cat.
Oh, we needed a full performance. You can't explain this art.
I realize you hadn't asked to hear it, but no one had spoken in 17 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that sounds so uncomfortable.
What was that one you sang the other night that everybody just loved?
Oh, Pervert Parade?
No. Not that one.
Ode to a pubic hair?
Stop.
Stop guessing, please. I want to hear that one though.
Is that veal?
Phoebe's a vegetarian.
Oh, no, that's okay. No, actually, no, it's any baby animals. Kittens, fish baby.
What? Stop.
Yummy.
Oh shoot.
What do you think?
I like the pair, so they're pretty good. Their expressions are nice.
Listen to the judgment from the porn star.
Oh, it was Monica.
Comfortable if I was having this conversation in private.
I don't think you and I have any secrets anymore. Not ready to joke about it yet? Okay, I'll see you later.
Just so, Joey.
You not being able to grow a mustache.
I can grow a mustache. Cowboy boots in the air.
Never worn cowboy boots in my whole life.
Is it not Monica?
That's not me!
Okay.
Life is good again. Ride him, cowgirl.
That bastard take over me!
Oh, wow.
It's just so insulting! Make spring for a new blank tape, doctor!
Okay.
She actually makes me miss that pill-popping ex-wife of his.
Oh, please.
You remember her, Michael. She's lovely and well-behaved.
Well-behaved.
Phoebe is done tonight is try and get you to like her.
A pimp spit in her mouth.
I mean, if you can't even be civil to the woman I love.
The woman you what?
You heard me.
The woman I love.
Dang, okay.
I love you.
Wow.
I shouldn't say for the first time in front of my parents.
It's not ideal, but...
By the way, the most sinfully boring people I've ever met in my life.
Sinfully boring? That's a great expression.
I love you too.
You do?
How great is this?
Look at this. The bad day turned into a great one, just like that.
Thanks for dinner.
I had a great time. Really top drawer. 13 bathrooms in this place. I threw up in the coat closet.
Now that's a mic drop for Phoebe.
Got it going like a turbo vet.
So, fellas,
This is cherished memories right here. This is awesome.
but,
Hell yeah.
so shake it.
Shake it.
Shake it.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. This is amazing.
I like big butts and I can't.
Joey shaking his head. Joey, you're the last
Please, that
person to
is
shake
so
your head.
inappropriate.
Okay, that's a good recovery from Roz. Joey, you're shaking your head. Joey, the hypocrisy. How dare you? Is this another Thanksgiving?
Would you help me get the plates down?
Okay. This was gonna be good.
We should save our china for something really special. If the Queen of England comes over.
So never?
Honey, she keeps canceling on us. Take the hint.
What if something gets broken? They're so expensive.
What is the point of having them if we never use them?
I agree.
Something gets broken and then the Queen comes over.
I will explain it to her. Muskogee? That's like 4 hours from Tulsa. Woohoo!
Stars of the popular daytime soap, Days of Our Lives.
Wait, why isn't he there?
You one of the stars of popular daytime soap Days of Our Lives?
I forgot I'm supposed to...
Oh my gosh, Joey, really?
I forgot I usually write stuff like this down on my arm. Oh, stupid long sleeves.
Dang, Joey, you're missing out.
Everyone has to be there 6 a.m. sharp. That means you, Tribbiani.
Oh shoot.
Like I was some kind of idiot.
Well, you proved them wrong.
Clearly. Okay, what's the angle gonna be for this Thanksgiving here? What's gonna go down? Are we gonna have another celebrity appearance? I mean, it's hard to top Brad Pitt showing up for Thanksgiving, but something crazy might happen too.
What are you thankful for? Mommy's boobies?
A lot of people are thankful for those.
Rachel?
Who is it?
Your favorite sister.
Jill?
Amy.
Wait, Amy? Wait, so not Reese Witherspoon, right?
Amy, happy Thanksgiving.
Shoot, I feel bad. I have no idea who this is.
Do you have a hair straightener?
Hi.
Hair straightener.
I kind of like it straight to the point.
I had a baby.
I decorated Dad's office.
So we've both been busy.
Unless you pushed a desk out of your vagina, not the same thing.
She's like, funny story.
Is this Emmett?
Emmett?
It's Emma. It's a girl?
Yes. What's that look for?
You remember Ross?
Not really.
What?
You are much cuter than that geeky guy she used to date.
That was me.
He was this creepy guy from high school.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Still me.
I'm not talking about you. It was your fat friend's brother with that bad afro.
Save you some time, okay? All me.
Was she just doing that on purpose? Did she know the whole time?
Careful.
It might be hard to enjoy Thanksgiving.
Rest of our lives, I'll be careful until told otherwise. Wait a minute, this isn't the china we picked out.
After you left the store, I chose different ones.
Ooh, executive decision.
Your taste is a little feminine for me.
Ooh.
happy Thanksgiving, Phoebes.
Where's Paul Rudd? Is he gonna show up?
I need a good lie.
You can see the strings, people.
Oh, conspiracy theory Phoebe.
My muffin was gone. Who took it?
Somebody opened the door to the coffee house and a raccoon. That's Phoebe's. He said,
Phoebe's not my
Joey,
friend.
you stink at lying. What am I gonna do?
Don't worry, we'll come up with a good lie. I'll help you practice.
Okay, I want to see what this is.
Pick up Grandma at the airport?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Oh shoot. Poor Grandma. Did someone get her? Does Grandma know how to Uber?
Do you ever worry that she's gonna get your real nose?
Yes, I do. I really do.
Oh shoot.
Can I take this upstairs?
We don't live there, but
But please, make yourself at home.
It's just these rooms?
What do you mean? They're in New York.
Thought you were a doctor.
Yeah, no, Ross has a PhD.
Ew.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with her? Bring us Reese Witherspoon, please.
I mean, a PhD is just as good.
If I have a heart attack at a restaurant, I want you there with your fossil brush.
I mean, I want Ross there with the fossil brush.
My boyfriend canceled on me. His wife comes back into town.
I think she should be friends with
We're
Ursula.
dating married guys.
Don't say that.
Poor Ross. That was a low blow.
It's gonna be such a beautiful Thanksgiving. We were gonna have sushi.
And celebrate unfaithfulness.
Ross, could I talk to you in private?
Sure, you want to go upstairs?
I mean, they have a big apartment. I would love to have an apartment like this.
Invite Amy to Thanksgiving.
Like the pilgrims bringing the Indian syphilis.
I know she's a little tough to take, but...
Emma, she needs a nose job.
What? She may need one. We're just gonna have to make our peace with that.
Yeah, but you don't tell an infant that. Look, I love Rachel's face. It's like, oh, she's so crushed. My nose.
You're on Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Wow.
For now, I might get
You
fired.
must put a lot of makeup on you.
Oh my gosh, it's so insulting.
Thanksgiving.
Can you imagine saying that to someone?
Is this the first time you're seeing Emma?
Nice to meet you, Emma.
What?
Phoebe. Ooh, that's a funny noise.
Phoebe, attack her, please.
It's not just the lie you tell, but it's the way you tell it.
True.
Basically just acting, and I am a terrific actor.
That's
you are
true.
a terrific actor.
Listen, I was just thinking, you know what would be incredible?
What?
You guys died.
Who says this? Who says
No, then
this?
I would get the baby.
Oh dear God, no.
At first, I wouldn't know what to do with her, and then I would rise to the occasion.
No, you wouldn't.
Then I'd get a makeover,
No.
and then I'd get married.
No.
That's a great movie.
That's why movies are not reality.
I was thinking about changing her name. I'm just not really a big fan of Emily. Emma, Ross wants you.
She might be the rudest character on the show so far, which is saying something.
Keep making that noise. If something were to happen to Ross or myself,
I like how they do that together.
who would?
Well, we haven't.
Literally anyone on Earth before you.
We'd want Monica and Chandler.
Oh wow.
I can't believe you'd want us to raise Emma.
Wow, that's cool.
You guys die, and I don't get your baby?
Shocking.
You don't seem very connected to the baby. To what? She's a lump.
This means so much to me. You would trust me with your child?
We trust Monica, sorry.
I've had my doubts about my skills as a father, but
They're gonna be good, Chandler.
you two...
This guy? Seriously?
Yes. I want to see if she has any friends. I really do.
We're using our fancy china. Very expensive, so please be careful.
You will not enjoy this dinner.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh dang, oh dang.
Comedy with the plates will not be well received.
That's such sibling energy. That's like real life right there.
How come my plate's less fancy than everyone else?
Oh dang.
Do you not trust me with a fancy plate?
No, honey. A
Yes.
special plate. It's a game. Whoever gets that plate wins.
Emma would see through this
Can't believe I
BS.
won.
You would give your baby to these strangers over me. Monica is Ross's sister. Ross's sister was really fat.
That was me.
Keep going, keep going. Yes.
Follow Rachel around like a puppy dog.
Amy, you've got to stop doing that.
Oh, that sound, stop!
You're having a little bit of a family crisis, but you don't have to take it out on the plate.
I think it's a personal crisis, not a family crisis.
Cut their food like this.
Yes, yes.
This way, you protect the plates, and let's face it, you have fun.
If you guys die and the crazy plate lady dies, do I get the baby?
Crazy plate lady. Monica dies. I would get Emma, right?
Ooh.
Emma would go to my parents.
What?
Hurts, doesn't it?
They're like, we don't want our baby raised in Oklahoma.
Who has to die for me to get her?
No, that's a fair question.
If Monica's not around, I'm not good enough to raise...
Chandler, don't be offended. It just makes sense.
What we're saying.
Yeah, he's lying. He looked down.
Joey, you're catching on.
Am I incompetent because I managed to survive whatever it is that killed the three of you?
Now, this is a good argument. I like this angle.
Someone who can be firm and strict.
That's not how you see me, is it?
That's how everyone
No,
sees
you're all
you.
about the fun.
Imagine eating like this every meal. That'd be incredible.
You really think I'm not capable?
No, you're strongest when you're together.
This is true.
If we both had Emma and I died...
Monica would have to give her up.
I lie better than that, right?
Hope left in my life gets taken away from me?
Ooh, when you
There's
put it
your
like
movie.
that. Yes, yes, yes. I agree with Phoebe. Good take.
There you are.
Oh,
You disappeared after...
oh,
Oh, did somebody miss me? Was there a child to raise poorly?
oh, Chandler, don't take it like this.
Emma is a product of a bottle of Merlot and a 5-year-old condom.
That is true.
They're right. I mean, I'm not a strong father figure, and I never will be.
That's not true.
Everything they said is exactly why I was worried about having a kid.
No, no, no.
Can you picture me saying, go to your room, you're grounded?
Can you hear me say you're grounded?
Yes.
Said that to me last week.
They would balance each other well as parents,
No
though.
shoes on the furniture.
The producer from Dave's left a message on my machine asking why I wasn't at the parade.
All right, get ready.
And they all got to meet Santa.
I thought of the perfect lie for you.
Okay.
Easy to remember, and it doesn't invite a lot of questions.
All right.
You weren't at the parade because you had a family emergency.
That's pretty good. That's more grounded than I thought Phoebe would come up with.
I had a family emergency.
Ooh, what happened?
My sister's raccoon.
Oh, no, 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 no. No raccoons. Yeah, no raccoons. That's a rule. Add that to your lying Bible.
Fancy china for dessert, too.
Maybe later we can all go blow our noses on my wedding dress.
That's a pretty gross image.
Hurt my feelings, and I want you to know that if I die, you don't get Joey.
Okay, that was a great line, Chandler. That's hilarious. Oh, so stupid. So stupid. Everyone is so stupid.
I'm not talking to you. This is classic Rachel.
Remember in high school when I died and didn't give you my baby? You decorate Dad's office and now you're a decorator? I went to the zoo yesterday. Now I'm a koala bear.
That's less of a stretch.
You didn't even come and visit me when I was in the hospital having...
Yeah.
You didn't come to see me in the hospital when I was getting my lips done.
I did the first time.
That's hilarious.
I am not giving Emily to you.
Emma.
Oh, whose side are you on? There is no way you could handle the responsibility of a child.
True.
Well, how hard could it be? You do it.
Oh my gosh. All right, fight. Please fight.
Because you don't want me to be happy. You have always been jealous of me.
Oh my gosh.
Your total disregard for other people's feelings?
To name a few.
Lack of any social skills.
How much that hurt me.
Timmy was my boyfriend, and you made out with him.
It was 20 years ago. Get over it. Gets a 30% discount from Ralph Lauren.
Oh, it's 45.
New baby in your small apartment.
It is not small. Just, you know anything about New York?
Your baby isn't even that cute.
Oh my, those are fighting words. Those are fighting words.
You take that back.
Let's see Red Rachel. Let's see Red Rachel.
What are you gonna do? Make me?
Hey, man, I work out. Bring it on.
Put the plates back in the boxes. Put the plates back in the box.
Good call, actually.
Hey, forget the bubble wrap. There is a towel. Crazy.
Should we stop this?
Out of your mind? Let's throw some Jello on them.
Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Monica, this is a Thanksgiving they're never gonna forget.
Now, those plates may not be as nice as the pretty pink ones that I picked out. They're very important to Monica.
This is Chandler stepping up like a dad.
Sorry.
By the way, that fight was totally arousing. Dude, well done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Well, thanks. Now do I get Joey?
No. It doesn't work like that.
No, he eats 5 times a day and shoves pennies up his nose.
Are you okay, Mon?
No.
I mean, these things happen.
No.
I mean, it's just a plate.
Life will never be the same.
It's all right. You can mourn. Thank you. That was so beautiful. Joey's and get the pie.
Not pies, it's just pie.
You're lucky Joey left anything.
Oh my God, I've lost the will to scold.
Now that's Monica at her breaking point.
Got a little, a lot of control.
I don't think so, Rachel. You were justified 100%.
And I'm sorry.
So you're gonna give me the baby?
No, I was
Good.
gonna let you use my Ralph Lauren discount.
You are not gonna regret this.
I think that's what this was actually all about, really.
She needs changing.
Diaper bag here.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding
Well,
me?
what do you know? I guess I'll be the one who dies first.
That's how they're gonna end this episode? This is the most disastrous Thanksgiving on Friends. Honestly. What was even close?
Monica know about her broken plates
No.
yet?
Nope.
She must never know. Put it in the closet.
You gonna tell her?
Nope.
Nope. Put the plates back. You know, I think you were right. I don't think we should use these plates.
Ever.
Like only if the queen comes?
Maybe not even then. I called my producer. I told him I had a family emergency. He totally bought it.
Okay.
Teach me how to lie, Phoebes.
No problem.
Okay.
Next week, stealing.
I'm signing up for Phoebe's courses.
You told her you broke all the plates, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Something happened with the plates?
Yeah, this raccoon.
Oh my gosh. That's how we end the... I kind of want to see the aftermath of that. All right, says friends, season 9, episodes 7 and 8. Those are 2 really, really good episodes. I think those honestly might be my favorite episodes of this season so far. I feel like they were just really strong. I mean, episode 7, we just had a lot of amusing situations with Ross and Rachel, you know, making their daughter laugh. I thought that was a great little story. It was a side storyline. It wasn't really the main focus of the episode. But just something about it was so, beyond just being funny, to me, I found that just very, very endearing. Like, something about that, you know, I mean, just the idea, the thought of, like, making your kid laugh for the first time is just such a beautiful memory to think about, you know. Just imagining that for myself, obviously I've never been in that situation, but that's got to be, like, one of the most magical moments of your life, right? Hearing your son or your daughter giggle and laugh for the first time. I've never even thought, you know, I don't know why I've never even thought about that situation. Like, you always think about, like, oh, the first time they talk or the first time they walk, but hearing your kid laugh for the first time is, to me, I feel like might be an even more magical moment. I mean, I really think that laughter is one of the most precious things about the entire human experience. And then a kid's laughter is even better, but then, like, your own, you know, it's so innocent, like, hearing kids laugh, but hearing your own kid laugh, that's just so cool. But I thought it was funny with the song, obviously. I mean, that's a great song choice. They also wrote that scene well. I really like that opening scene where it was just Ross and Emma one-on-one, and it didn't seem forced. Like, obviously you could tell it was a scripted scene, but it felt organic and natural enough that it was believable and it flowed really well. I don't think I'm expressing what they did with the writing of that scene, but it just worked in a really natural way for him to then sing that song and then for Emma to laugh. And then I like, of course, bringing Rachel into the whole equation and how at first she's, like, scandalized by Ross's song choice, but eventually she just caves in and sings that to her daughter. And then I love seeing the two of them, you know, doing that. Like, seeing moments like that, it's like that is such a special moment for Ross, Rachel, and their daughter to all have together. And like I said, nothing to be ashamed of, although I do like the final touch, how Ross, like, blamed Rachel when everyone else discovered them. And then we also have Joey asking about investments and stuff like that, which I'm actually surprised that he is thinking about those things, and Monica kind of steers him towards real estate, which I'm going to put on the next 20 or 30 seconds so of this breakdown and be really, really boring. But I feel like the little bit that I do know, real estate is not nearly as good. I mean, overall, it's a good investment. It's definitely better than almost anything, but I feel like with the way that the real estate market is now, it's actually not as great as it used to be or as stable of an investment, especially with how expensive things are, and then just taking into consideration all those phantom costs that most people don't think of when they either purchase a home to live in, or even if you're purchasing a property to rent out. Okay, that's enough with the boring talk. But it led them to then going over to Richard's apartment, right, and discovering the tape with Monica. And that was a storyline I really didn't expect. And that was kind of a tricky situation. Like, I can sympathize or empathize with Chandler in that situation, right? That can't feel good. Like, just put yourself in his shoes. At least I imagine most people wouldn't feel thrilled to be, like, going over to their partner's ex's apartment and then seeing, like, what they think is a sex tape. Even if you realize that it's not rational to be upset or insecure because of that. It's just one of those things, once you have that idea in your head, sometimes it does just naturally lead you to feeling insecure or feeling curious or just want to obsess over something like that. And especially Chandler with his personality, I understand his, even if irrational, desire to kind of see the truth and just to feel a little bit insufficient when it comes to Monica. I think that's just something that Chandler's going to have to deal with in his life, especially with Richard. I feel like he feels like, oh, Richard is this very handsome, successful, masculine, older guy with a lot of life experience. Is kind of this cool dude. And so he just feels a little bit threatened, not just specifically with Monica. I mean, obviously it's a big part of it, but I think more than that. I think the episodes we've seen with Richard, you really see how both he and Joey and even Ross look up to Richard, which is a common thing to do, especially if there's an older kind of successful male role model in a certain sense. I like where that scene led to, right? With like them playing the tape and Joey watching the tape and then Monica walking in. I particularly like how they were tackling each other to prevent the other person from seeing what was on the tape. And then the reveal with that storyline that it wasn't actually Monica, it was another woman that Richard had taped over with that tape. And honestly, I could actually understand why Monica would be a little bit insulted by that. You know what I mean? Like, not that it should matter, that you should care, but just for the sake of your own ego, I feel like that might be a little bit hurtful. So I just feel like that storyline is kind of a good demonstration that when it comes to love, relationships, or just emotions in general, a lot of times the thing that rationally or logically doesn't make sense isn't the only thing that matters. Like, so many times, like, your emotions are irrational and you can tell yourself, I shouldn't be worried about this, I shouldn't care about this, I shouldn't be offended by this, but you just are. And I feel like instead of fighting against that, you just have to work to improve yourself, but also awareness of the irrationality of emotions, I think, is an important thing to factor in with tricky situations like this. But my favorite storyline easily in the 7th episode was Phoebe meeting Paul Rudd's family. I mean, the whole thing was great. I love exploring Phoebe in a different situation, you know, kind of trying out a more serious relationship and with a really nice kind of normal guy like Paul Rudd. And, you know, going over to the wealthy family, I thought the voice was hilarious that Phoebe put on. And I mean, I feel like this season, there's been a lot of like uncomfortable humor. Like it's funny, but I'm feeling more uncomfortable, I feel like, this season with just the awkwardness, the really awkwardness of some of these situations. Like, I felt a similar way with Ross in the pediatrician's waiting room. This was a similar thing with Phoebe at the parents' house. I mean, it was just disastrous conversation after disastrous conversation. The fact that they went 17 minutes. 17 minutes is a long time. Can you imagine going to a family dinner to meet your potential in-laws and there's 17 minutes of dead silence? I don't know about you guys, that sounds like torture to me. Absolute torture. The whole thing was redeemed in the end with a really kind of heartwarming moment where Paul Rudd stood up to his parents and was like, hey, you don't have to like her, I like her, and that's all you have to care about. It was great that Phoebe got to hear that, and then he said that he loved her, she said it back. In a funny way, the whole thing ended up to be a great evening, and we'll see. I'm very curious what's going to happen with Phoebe and him, you know, later on in the show. If I didn't know Paul Rudd and who he was and the fact that I'm sure he had other projects lined up in his schedule, I feel like I'd really think that maybe this could be the guy who Phoebe ends up with. They do seem like they work in a lot of ways. But just because it's Paul Rudd, part of me feels like something might go wrong. So I'm curious how they're going to handle that because they do seem like such a good fit for each other on the show. And then episode 8 was another great episode, a Thanksgiving episode of Friends, which, as usual, Friends does not disappoint for Thanksgiving. I will say that this Thanksgiving episode stood out as quite unique compared to any of the previous Thanksgiving episodes in many different ways. But, you know, we have Rachel's other sister, Amy, in town. I could be wrong, but I don't remember them mentioning her in any situation before. But if I'm forgetting something, please let me know. And by the way, I feel like that actress must be famous just because the audience was cheering when she showed up, so I apologize for having absolutely no idea who the heck that was. I'm sure she's famous, I'm sure she's great, but I honestly feel like that was the most disastrous Thanksgiving of all time for Friends. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, the I Hate Rachel Green Club just seems nothing compared to Rachel's sister. I mean, she was a character, and I actually really like it because she was so extreme and just beyond rude and socially oblivious in so many ways. It was kind of incredible to see. I mean, and once again, a little bit uncomfortable as well as funny. Like, she just was so consistently insulting and unlikable in almost everything she said. And whoever that actress is, I think she did a really good job, like, committing to that role. I don't think she took the easy route, which might have been to, like, deliver the lines with a little bit of a wink-wink tone, like, I know that I'm being this extreme crazy character. Like, no, she played it straight, which I think is a really good call for the actress or the director of this episode. I'm not sure exactly who was responsible for that, but I feel like her character worked so much better because she came across as so sincere and so serious and so bitter. And then we obviously have Monica dealing with her fancy plates and all that stuff. And I could really relate to that situation because growing up as a kid, we had a really, I don't want to get into the specifics of it, but growing up as a kid, there were certain things like that, really fancy items that, you know, were basically never used because they were too nice to use. And just, I kind of side with Chandler with this mentality, and let me know if you feel differently in the comments or if you agree with this. But I just hate the waste, the idea of having anything that's expensive that nobody ever uses. I mean, it's fine if you display something, I guess, and it looks really beautiful, then to me, that is a use, but just the idea of having something in a box, in storage, that's expensive, that no one sees, no one touches, no one uses, like, to me, it's like, sell that and give money to charity. Like, what are we doing here? Like, do anything. Like, sell that and go on a vacation. Like, you don't have to do it in a responsible, you know, save the money or invest the money type of way, but just spend the money. Like, don't just buy something expensive, have it sit there and give no value to anyone. To me, that just doesn't make sense. But I also don't have Monica's personality in that way at all, so I do feel like it's very in character of Monica to kind of feel that way. And I love the way that Monica takes it, like trying to convince everybody to like eat the food while not touching the plate. I mean, it's such a hilarious idea, but it also feels so true to Monica. Like, in her head, I can see how she's like, that's not crazy. Like, we're doing the thing that makes the most sense. Even giving Joey like a plate that wasn't that plate, you know, lying to him about why he doesn't have the fancy plates. And speaking of lies, I thought that was a fun kind of side storyline going on the whole time, with Phoebe trying to coach Joey at being better at lying. And then Joey, as he's picking up slowly the basics of spotting lying, then he's pointing out all the lies that people are telling each other over the Thanksgiving dinner conversation to avoid some uncomfortable truths or conversations. And then one of the more serious themes that we had was just Chandler's insecurity about being a father. And, you know, I can understand Ross and Rachel's perspective, honestly, about talking about who they would want to take care of their baby in case they passed on. But you could see that's something that bothers Chandler, and that's something that maybe he has a lot of self-doubt around. But Monica, I feel like, handled that situation in a really perfect way, you know, just reassuring Chandler, like, hey, who cares what Ross and Rachel think? I think you're going to be a great father. And I think Chandler will be a great father, and he and Monica will be a great team, assuming they are successful and they do have a kid together, which I think they will. But it was a good way to kind of tie the storyline all together when we had kind of the climax of that episode with Rachel fighting her sister in just a hilarious way. I mean, I can only imagine that must have been a ton of fun on set, just having that argument, having that heated conversation, and having that whole fight. I wonder how many takes they did of that scene. I'm surprised. I would imagine it would be so difficult not to break out laughing filming something like that. But they tied it in together with that kind of arc of Chandler that episode, with him stepping up as the disciplinarian and the father. And honestly, I could see Chandler in that role. I feel like he has a lot of self-doubt, but just though we've seen how much he's matured in relationships and with women and with Monica and specifically, he's going to have a very similar type of growth as a father. I really think he would be an excellent father. Yeah, not to make the whole episode too serious, but I do think that, having Rachel's sister was great because it was such a wrecking ball in the Thanksgiving scenario and added a lot of like tension and awkwardness and humorous situations leading to the fight ultimately. But I think that kind of touches on something that is true sometimes in family dynamics, especially if the family isn't very loving and supportive, which the reality is a lot of families just aren't. Some families are, some families aren't. But I think some of that sibling rivalry, even when you grow up, and some of that jealousy doesn't go away. And if you do look at someone like Rachel, who, has had such an incredible life so far, like she should be so proud of what she's done. She's, left her rich family, left a marriage that her heart wasn't in, started from the bottom, worked as a waiter, worked her way up, paid her dues, and is now successful, has a great job position, has a kid, has a group of friends, is living in New York City, just really has done well for herself. You can look at someone like her sister who comes across as very spoiled and not having made something of herself. You kind of see almost who Rachel could have become if she hadn't worked so hard, and just seeing the difference, like the absolute difference. Like Rachel is so charming, so likable, so hilarious. And then you see her sister, who, don't get me wrong, like I'm not trashing the actors. She did a great job committing to this performance. And I feel like her character was a lot of fun and very different for the Thanksgiving episode. But if you met that person in real life, that's a nightmare. That's an absolute nightmare. But I think that kind of is the sad reality. Like if you are spoiled your whole life and you don't work hard at making something of yourself, you don't end up happy. Like instead you end up looking at someone else who did put in the work and did make the sacrifice and did do all the things that is hard and difficult when there's no guarantee of success, and you can't help but be envious, right? I feel like that's a very common thing that can happen. So I really like how they had a character and showed almost like an alternate destiny for what could have happened to Rachel had she not done so many things that she should be proud of. But that's just my take. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I might be overthinking all this. It might have just been a crazy fun character for Thanksgiving, which she was. But I hope you guys enjoyed that reaction. As always, the full unedited reaction is up on Patreon along with future episodes of Friends if you don't want to wait and you'd care to support. Thank you so much to everyone who does. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.